Alright guys, I am back in the US after being gone in South Africa for nearly 1 month straight. And I want to talk to you how I remained strict keto while traveling so far away from home. I'm also going to talk about things like calories and, people's concepts of ketosis over there. But right now I just want to focus on how I remain strict keto as I travel, just as a starter video. Number 1, I showed videos that I pre-prepped everything before I left, down to what types of bags that I would bring that would carry my food, Tupperware that I'd bring on the plane, little containers that I would use to get past TSA and hold me for the next couple days until I could get to a store and fill them back up. So if I had 6 little containers, I could have coconut oil and coconut butter and any types of fat that I want, like duck fat or beef fat, tallow. So this was great. I've now traveled to 4 continents, not including the US, in about 1 year. You learn a lot when you travel for such extended periods of time. So want people who have traveling jobs, which I've had since I've come back, traveling jobs within the US, people who travel abroad, vacations, cruises, honeymoons. This is what you gotta do. So let's get this going right to now. So first thing that you want to do is, like I said, get the right bags. They're going to carry containers. Now the best would be BPA, can't even talk again. Woo, step us back and having to start the videos. You want to get BPA free Tupperware and containers. If you have good methylation pathways and good liver kidney, then just get the old BPA and get the containers and learn how to detox as you are using these types of containers. Now, I would use things like coconut oil as a starter. Fat, definitely coconut oil. If you have no problems with butter or ghee, definitely butter, ghee, lard. And for those who have a high carbohydrate tolerance, you can put a little coconut butter for added taste. Now with that said, I like to bring my own spices. So wherever you go, guys, you gotta bring some Himalayan salt or maybe some fresh grounded up ginger. That way, when you go, let's say, a lot of the times when I go to, very far away lands, I'm going to make a salad. A lot of places will sell boiled eggs. So I'll take boiled eggs and I might take some canned salmon, dump my oil in there, my olive oil or my coconut oil, and or MCT oil. If you got a little container, probably it's about a little 2-ounce container, and just get some greens. You can typically get greens in most stores. I did in Africa, I did in Asia, where you can get broccoli, or you can get cabbage, or you can get spinach, or you can get romaine or arugula, and just create a little salad. And so you've got a fatty little salad. And if you can get avocado, which we could in South Africa, it was so easy to get avocado everywhere. Boom, day salad. You're going on a trip where we were going ziplining or on a safari, and now I've got something to eat instead of being like, gosh, I'm really hungry, let's see what restaurants are out there. Because the critical #1 mistake with people when they travel is that when they get hungry, they're less opt to really talk to a waiter and say, are your meats marinated in sugar? Do you use sauces? And if you do use sauces, do you have vinegar? And I don't mean apple cider vinegar. That is absolutely keto approved, absolutely. But they might have rice vinegar or grape vinegar or white wine vinegar, all types of vinegars. You don't want in your keto adaptation process because it could spike your glucose. So I tend to stay away from sauces with vinegars and with trans fats and with obviously sugar. So bye-bye. So what do you have then when you order out? You order clean foods. So first thing you want to do is curb that hunger. So when you're out in an excursion all day long, if you're out on a boat to Robben Island in Cape Town or on Tabletop Mountain, and you're going to be there for hours like I did, You want to have something that you can snack on that's not a Quest bar or something in a package or not necessarily pork rinds. I want it to have food, and I want it to have fat, and I want it to have fatty protein. Now, okay, when you're at a restaurant, you ask for clean foods. So I often ordered, and I took pictures of my foods. If you go onto my Facebook, you'll see, I had a brunch. So I already had breakfast. It was like between lunch, breakfast and lunch, and I had some poached eggs with avocado. And they had big avocados, so it was perfect. Clean. Now I went to a kind of Banting restaurant, which means low carb, high fat, and I couldn't get away from all the rice and quinoa, which is super toxin, and all these sauces. I was like, dude, this isn't Banting. This isn't low carb. This is high carb. And he was like, and he was using almond flour for breads and stuff and super high phytates. And I was trying to tell the owner there's better ways to make his menu if he's going to do a low carb, high fat restaurant, which I think is a great idea. Don't you guys? Guilt-free, true low carb, high fat. But I ordered salmon on top of under an egg with asparagus, and then he gave me 2 bowls of butter. And that was perfect. You just pour that on there. Yeah, so that was clean. And we had to cherry pick things to make that dish. That was amazing, right? It was thin cut of salmon. It was an egg, thin cut of salmon. I think it was on a bed of arugula, and then asparagus, and then all the butter and salt, pepper. That's how you order, guys, when you're out in a restaurant. You should order clean. They typically have asparagus, they'll have broccoli. You got to be careful for the mixed vegetables because they put carrots in there and caramelized onions. So typically stay away from the mixed vegetables and go for a 1 cruciferous vegetable group. And I'll order typically salmon. And some of you guys are like, oh my God, I can't stand that. Well, get over it. Redesign your taste buds. Or I'll ask for a burger, which I did when I first arrived in South Africa, which is burger without the bun, and keep the lettuce and the tomato and the avocado. And that was perfect for my first time out at a restaurant. It is not hard to travel and do keto. You guys have this misnomer, misconcept, this, oh my, it's so hard, it's so hard. And it's not hard, especially if you're traveling within the U.S. I mean, come on now, there's Whole Foods everywhere. They've got salad bars. There's tons of places that you can go and just order clean. So just be creative in your thinking, guys. Don't go to a Subway sandwich and get sandwich meat, because that's going to be filled with preservatives and cured meats. Just stay away from the cured meats. The easiest thing is to do a burger without the bun. If you really get desperate and you're in an airport, just go to McDonald's and eat their, is it pink stuff, preservative, where they put formaldehyde or something in the meats. And that's what you would be able to have. Now, there was a time we did a lot of flights. I traveled with my assistant, and we did a lot of flying in between intercontinental of Africa. And, sometimes you can get chicken wings, but you just got to make sure nothing is marinated in sugar with some of the restaurants and airports, because typically there's just crap on everything. When you're on the flight, there's crap on everything, so you've got to bring your own food. So, on the way back, 36 hours to get back home, because 2 layovers and 3 flights. Yeah, 3 flights. So flight time was 24 hours of flight time. And the problem is that it was just that the traveling was so exhausting, but I had made so much carry-on food that wasn't any fruit, so there was no issue. People don't understand you can actually bring food across country borders as long as it's not fruit, or pork. So if you've got beef, or if you've got egg yolks, or my fatty, yummy pancakes with butter, greens with fat, already pre-made, not even a problem. And if I wanted to snack on something, I could snack on a pancake with some butter on top. It was choice. So instead of every time they're like, oh, here's your breakfast, it's these bagels and just carby stuff, sugars and gave you cookies and just garbage. And I'm on the way there, I was sitting next to an older couple, and I was like, their poor sensitive bodies eating nothing but garbage all the way there. And they're like, why do you eat that way? And I'm like, bam! That's why I eat this way. Because I have the business. If you don't like it, change the channel. If you guys want to learn more how to travel and remain strict keto for the benefits, the health benefits, go to stephanieperson.com. I've got new downloadable diets. They're awesome. I worked really hard on them before I left. You can also check out my Periscope at Steph the Biz and Steph the Biz, which is BIZNESS, or you can go to my Instagram, and that's at Stephanie Ketogenic, or you can learn more about the body at Stephanie the Business with quotations person on my Facebook, and more great videos to come. I had a great time in South Africa. I loved doing the seminar. You can go online and see it. I spoke with Tim Noakes, Professor Noakes, who's massive in the low carb high fat community, and also Jono Profit. So check that out. Peace out, guys. Bink!